Welcome back to Ultimate Decades Challenge. This video is a recap of second decade of this challenge, essentially a very shortened version of what happened in our playthrough from year 1310 to 1320. Maybe you just discovered Ultimate Decade Challenge and want to join on a ride but don't feel like rewatching 10 episodes, or you've seen it all and just want to reminisce on what happened in past 10 years. Second decade of 13th century started with an air of sadness, because legacy founder Edmund have just passed away. But there is also hope. His wife Eden gave birth to their last child right in the beginning of decade. On the day of fall harvest, little girl was born, and we named her Cora. And on the exact same day, Eden's older child Peter aged up into a child. Only a couple days after that, our dragon aged up. Our legacy founder maybe left us, but his dragon stayed, guarding us and waiting for his new owner to grow up. And this is what teenage dragon looks like. He will become significantly bigger when he ages up into adult dragon. Our legacy founder Edmund used to be our main income source. He was a fisherman, and that's how he made living, along with also gardening. But now, when he's gone, family needed a new way to make money. So with grandma in charge, they started going to the town market and selling their crops and dairy products. I found this approach to making money in the game very fun. It gave me reason to regularly get my Sims out of the house, see other townies. It's almost like making an open career of your own. With money that our little family made this way, they were able to build a new cow barn and buy a cow. And also, maybe not really important for the story, but I was just obsessed with how beautiful winter looks in Hanford. Our little farm looked like it came from fairy tale. On one of the market days, our characters met Eliza and Bob Pancakes, who in this medieval universe are merchant family. And Eliza is my specifically dedicated gossip lady. She told Eden the story of failed marriage of Princess Cassandra Goth. The only reason why that part of the episode exists is because it was fun to make, and I also wanted to pay a tribute to Sims 2 cutscene of Don Lothario abandoning Cassandra Goth at the altar. And it's just fun from time to time to get a look at royal family. Their life is so different from Burning Brooks. In year 1311, our heir, Harold, became a child, and his younger sister Cora became a toddler. At this point, I was starting to get pretty optimistic about future of this family and even potential of having a side household in the second generation. Right after that little sequence of birthdays, we celebrated Christmas, and we celebrated it at Harold's grandparents' house. Harold's mom, Martha, died in childbirth, but her parents and siblings, Greenwood family, been very good friends with our family. Around that point, I was thinking about boys' future, Peter's and Harold's, what occupations they will have when they grow up. In the year 1312, Juliana Pham, Harold's great-grandmother, passed away, and she had the most dramatic death that I ever seen in this game. Something glitched when she died, and she just walked away. That's like, you cannot go on that hill, it's not possible, it's not walkable. She died. She died while walking. What is this death? The rest of the family hiding in the house from blizzard, and grandma just walked outside and never came back again. In year 1314, Peter, Eden's oldest son, started his blacksmithing apprenticeship. His teacher was his uncle Egbert, but because Egbert never had good relationship with Eden or with anyone for that matter, that apprenticeship wasn't free for Peter. Our family paid 5,000 simoleons for Peter to be able to study blacksmithing. This is another element that I think that I will incorporate in my Ultimate Decades in the future, more of some children who's not heir going to study some form of skilled labor, like in this case blacksmithing. For a while, this option will probably be available only for boys, but girls can be maids in some wealthier people's houses. This not only allows me to maybe get some children out of the house if at some point it will become too cramped, but also adds some variety. Not everybody will have to be a farmer. But after those several hopeful years, we entered first event of Ultimate Decades. The Great Famine of 1315-1317 was the first of series of large-scale crises that struck Europe early in 14th century. Historians debate the toll, but it is estimated that 10 to 25% of the population of many cities and towns died. Rules for this event as follows. During this time period you cannot grow any crops. You must sell all of your livestock. Food is scarce, so now you can only feed your Sims one meal a day. And in the end of this event, in 1317, we're going to roll for each of our Sims to see if they survive this event or die. In many ways, my gameplay during the famine years stayed the same. It was just less of a gameplay, because a lot of days of characters in Ultimate Decades usually occupied with farming, taking care of the animals, preparing food, selling produce or dairy, and all of that was obviously gone. We had one birthday during the famine. Eden had her adult birthday by the end of 1315 and she did not survive that role. Also on the exact same day, her father Dudley is supposed to die from old age. In one day, we lost two only adults in our household. So we were only 1 year in famine event and already have barely anything left from the Bernard family. I decided to move Cora and Harold with Harold's grandparents, Greenwoods, because in The Sims 4 children cannot live without adult or teenager in the household, and it also did not felt really appropriate to Harold to be on his own and taking care of his toddler sister when he was only like 10 years old probably at that point. On our first night living with Greenwoods, Garrett, Harold's grandpa, got abducted, because of course he did. After being abducted or kidnapped by star fairies, he came back pregnant. Eventually I decided to scrap that, because I decided that it does not fit with Greenwood family. They really normal, average farmers. They have nothing to do with natural creatures in this world. So Garrett becoming a target for star fairies did not make sense for me. So for the rest of the famine years, Harold and Cora lived with Greenwood household and I occupied myself with various things. In 1316, Cora aged up into a child, and in the beginning of 1317, Peter aged up into a teenager, but he wasn't living with Greenwoods, he was living with his uncle and learning blacksmithing at that point. Garrett got abducted for the second time in that episode. Garrett! Happening and she's dying. Hi Grim, welcome back. Imagine getting back from that and immediately being greeted by a death. It was like, she was just right here, I was just talking to her. And after 1317 ended on the first day of 1318, came time to roll our famine rolls. I was rolling for only two characters, the only two characters that are from Bernard lineage, Harold and Cora, and unfortunately Harold did not survive his famine roll. We lost our heir. Cora did survive her famine roll, which makes her new heir, or rather her future husband will be new heir. But yes, our Ultimate Decades lineage looking very sparse. We have one single character for the second generation, and she's still a child. That's why Morbid Gamers rules for this challenge suggest you to create 3 households instead of 1, so you would have easier time keeping your legacy alive. I decided to not listen and learn it hard way. I decided to find at least something positive in the fact that we now left with only one character, and also with the fact that because this character is a girl, we cannot keep Bernard last name. After Cora grows up and gets married, her husband's last name will become our new legacy name. So I decided to look at the bright side, at the fact that we can choose it together. So in previous 2 episodes of Ultimate Decades, I've been asking you for your suggestions of last names in the comments, as well as creating potential bachelors for Cora and uploading them to the gallery. I just wanted to say that as of now we have 4 of them, but then I clicked on include custom content button and realized that I'm in fact wrong. I discovered just now that you can only have 4 options when making a poll on YouTube. I think I will choose 4 bachelors myself, if it will be okay with you. Kind of hate to do it, because I'm afraid that I will make somebody sad. It's just simplest way to go about it. So it's going to be 2 polls, one with bachelors, one with last names. But they will have only 4 options each. I will pull all of them in cast so we can get better look at them. This is Conrad. I'm going to snap a picture of him. Then we have Jasper. He's gloomy and loves the outdoors. This is Citric. Citric is a hardworking farm boy who set off on his own, optimistic about starting new life in a new land. And he's an adventurous sim. And we also have Nicholas Hawthorne, potential match for Cora, a sim that didn't survive in my own ultimate decades. He was 18 and didn't make it through the famine, and now he's wanting to be revived in other medieval universe. I will post these polls on the same day when I post this video. You can find them on my channel and community tab if they not naturally pop up on your feed. YouTube is not really reliable about showing things that you post to your subscribers. And I actually have no idea how turning on bell notifications affects posts, or if it's only for videos. We're done talking about future, now let's go back to talking about second decade. But in all honesty, there was not much left to talk about. Next few years, Cora was still living with Greenwoods, despite the fact that they are not her biological relatives. They were really kind and caring to her, so there was a big chunk of her childhood when these people were her family. In 1320, Peter, her older brother, became 16 years old and finished his blacksmithing apprenticeship, so he took his sister from Greenwoods under his care and they both went back to Burning Brook Farm, or rather 3 of them, because Peter married. From that it was just settling back into the old life, planting crops back again, buying animals, and trying to recover from those crazy years. And also our dragon age tapped again, now we have fully grown dragon. And also at some point during this decade I finally decided on the name of the dragon. I decided to name her Rain. I put Rain in the trees behind our house, pretending like she's hidden in this forest, though she's very clearly visible because she's bright red and massive. But we're pretending like we're hiding the fact that we have a dragon. Cave would work well for this, but I don't even know how to try and create a cave in The Sims 4. And this is all that happened in the last 10 years of Ultimate Decades. In the next decade, Cora will become a teenager and we will be able to start a second generation, if she doesn't die on her teenage birthday. This is all for this video and for this decade. Don't forget to vote for The Bachelor and last name. Like right now, those posts, they're already there. Go there right now, pick your favorite, and come back in the comments and tell me if you did. This is very important. This is our first time choosing something together, so we need to test if this even works. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. If you enjoy this series, maybe consider subscribing to this channel. I see you in the next Ultimate Decade. Until then, bye!